Day in the life of a stay-at-home mompreneur. And y'all, guess what? Melody and I had a solo day. Yes, almost 10 hours just for us girls while the boys and my husband was away. And listen, my girl got the memo because she slept to 11 a.m. I got me like an hour-long workout in, which I have been falling behind on almost everything. Okay. I try to work out, read, meditate at the start of every day. Ideally, I would love to do this before Melody wakes up, but she sleeps the best when I'm right next to her. Not to mention, she also sleeps in our bed, and y'all, she loves it here. I'm talking about loves it here, but she is a wild sleeper, and we are finally like seriously thinking about getting this girl crib together. Yes, 8 months, and we still have not put this crib together, y'all. You got to understand that with Melody, everything was so different compared to the twins. I know I talked about this just a little bit in my previous video that did really well. So I appreciate the love on that. But yeah, it's with Melody is so different because with the twins, they were in the NICU for 2.5 months. We didn't get to bring them home right after I had them. They had to stay in the hospital. Then when they did come home, they came home on monitors. And because it was two of them, they had to start off in their own room. Otherwise, it would have been like way too cluttered in here. So with Melody, we're experiencing a lot of firsts. And with her being our first girl. So things are it's just different with her. Anyways, back into our solo day. Listen, y'all, you got to love a good slow morning, okay? Where everything just goes slow. You're not in a rush. There's no timers. There's no alarms. And I just really love that about this day. I was like, I'm not going to be too anxious because that is something that I'm working on in therapy is just being too anxious, wanting to get so much done, having so much on the to-do list that I crash out a little bit when things don't go according to schedule. So this was a moment for me to just really take a step back. Now, pause real quick. Y'all, look at this edge control. I had to do, of course, get a little bit of promo in. I'm going to talk about this edge control in a whole nother video, but y'all see what it's doing. Anyways, back to my slow morning, super hot shower. I know what they try to say about Black people not washing their hair or not needing to wash their hair as much, but it's one of the ways that I wind down, like a long hot shower and a good hair wash. Okay. Anyways, that, my skincare, and we were finally headed downstairs after hours of being upstairs. But again, we were in no rush. Now I was getting ready to do Melody's hair. I had me a snack because at this point it's lunchtime. I think we made it downstairs around like 1 or 2 p.m. Yes, we were just vibing, just chilling. Okay. Made it downstairs and I wanted to get started on her hair. I put on her little program where she's learning her sight words, wet her hair again. I use just coconut oil and water on her hair, and it's growing really, really good. And listen, y'all, this is one of the moments like being a girl mom that I was really looking forward to. I know I get my fix with doing hair because we are a lock family. So I get to do the boys' hair and my husband's hair and my hair. But my girl got straight, natural hair. And listen, with a half head of hair, I do her hair almost every day. So imagine how crazy I'm going to go with a full, thick head of hair. I love doing little girls' hair and having like the bows and the barrettes and the beads and all the things. I cannot wait for that. And yes, you see this correctly. I am braiding my girl's hair. Like I said, I can't wait on my girl to get a full head of hair. So yeah, y'all, we were just literally just chilling. This is how I keep her distracted. Just put her program on, put something in front of her, and y'all, for real, comment and let me know how y'all think I did on my girl's hair. Yes. I did this style last week on her head and it lasted for almost a week. So I definitely ran that back. And you could also see a little bit of growth coming from it. And from there, after our hair was done, after we put on our lounge clothes and we got our snacks and I got her milk together, baby, we turned on Netflix. And that's what we did. We Netflixed and chilled for the rest of the day. It's so funny because I have sisters who are always trying to put me onto like Netflix series and stuff like that. And I'm just like, y'all, I don't be having time to just sit around and watch TV. I know that some people think this is what being a stay-at-home mom is, and they think that this is what we do all day long. But I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. I'm a stay-at-home mompreneur. I'm a homeschooling teacher. So this is not my life, honey. But I decided on this day I was going to watch me a Netflix series, and I did for about 5, 6 hours straight while my husband and while the boys were away. They were at a water park. I don't know if I mentioned that. Magic Springs, which is like, imagine like Six Flags over Texas, but like a smaller scale. Okay. Yeah. That's Magic Springs in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Anywho, this was us, y'all, vibing. My girl, she took her naps, multiple naps, and y'all around like 6:30, I was like, okay, let me make me some dinner. Just fry me up some shrimp because I had to get back to my show. And shortly after, my husband was calling that they were back on their way. And y'all, look at Mason made a mess as soon as he got in the house.